Alright, we are at another park. It is windy as butt cheeks, bro. But I'm gonna go find a spot because I have a topic for today's video. I think here's the spot. Very secluded. There's no trails around me. I literally went off into the woods. Oh yeah. I spoke too soon. Somebody came around the bushes and was smoking some weed or whatever. But anyways, I had this thing that I wanted to share and talk about. I wrote it down, right? And it's about getting your spark back, getting into it again, getting motivated again. I go through these spurts and these periods where I get so unmotivated. I just feel not like myself. I go through these spurs in the moments of I can't do it, you know? And these are some things that I do that help me get that spark back, get the ideas generating and floating again. These are just some things that I do. The first one is revisiting the fire starter. So going back to what first made you have that fire, that motivation, the drive, what was it that you wanted so badly that you wanted to go after? Either it could be a feeling, a goal, or you just need some type of reason. Revisiting that, getting obsessed with it back again, watching videos or reading books about it, doing these things where it can help. I find the reason again. Sometimes, most of the time, it's with YouTube videos, right? It's okay, well, sometimes really uninspired. I don't have any video topics to talk about. I don't have any videos to make, essentially. So I just watch videos. I suck up a lot of content, and I base some of my content off of the stuff that I see. So I pull bits and pieces from the things that I like and what I want to do and how I want to create it. And so I take all this stuff as inspiration and I use it as motivation to help me complete the stuff or the videos that I want to make. And it's kind of hard to do, to get yourself out of that funk. It really is quite difficult. But if you remember why you're doing this in the first place, what's the reason, what's the motivation, guarantee 9 times out of 10 that helps revisit that feeling and it gets that spark back, that hunger again. Also, just where I'm at is so beautiful, which leads me into my next talking point. I'm stepping in really soft sand, not the Timbs. I'm not even in frame right now. A new environment, changing your scenery, changing the things that you do, changing what you physically see. When you're moving, when you're changing, when you're constantly changing your scenery, you get amped up with new ideas, new things, because your environment is new, and that creates newer ideas. That's why it's really good to go on drives when you're very stuck and stationary and got a writer's block or creative block or whatever, because the environment in the car, everything is moving around you. And you get inspired by all the things that are being moved and changed around you. And so that's why it's really good to get yourself into that car and go somewhere. And even driving somewhere like a park or, a place like this where it's just calm and peaceful, you get more creative ideas when you change your environment, your scenery, your view of things. So when you change something, even the little thing, how you walk, what you wear, even some of those things can help you get out of that funk because you're changing something that is stagnant. And so when you change something that is very mundane that you've been doing for so long, it helps inspire and create new. Staying stationary, staying stagnant, doing the same things over and over, it kills momentum because there is no momentum. So when you're doing new things, experiences, traveling places, wearing new things, walking a different way, all these things can help trigger a newer idea, a newer outcome, a newer result. Change is inevitably good and it is also very inevitable. Change happens regardless of whether we want it to or not. So might as well control the change and go do it yourself. It really is pretty. All these palm trees and it's such. Anyways, we're gonna keep walking. See what else we can explore. There's a trail this way, which I didn't even know, but now I know. So let's go walk this trail. The last point that I want to talk about in getting your spark back is the idea of limiting distractions. And I know we hear this so often through so many different sources, so many different media sources as well. Distractions take away our brain space, essentially. You know, cutting out all the social media use, cutting out just any kind of distraction like text messages and things like that while you're working. And I 100% truly believe that when you do that, it's 10 times better. You focus way harder and you're able to come up with new ideas and elaborate on those ideas and have ideas for those ideas. And I've actually done this. Like, literally, I have the most ideas at work, when I'm mindlessly doing something at work, when I'm mindlessly manning a camera, or when I'm working a part-time job at like a movie theater. I think of the best ideas because I'm focused. I really don't have any other distractions. Like, I am literally in, work mode, I guess. Like, I can't be on my phone, otherwise I'll get yelled at by my boss. You know, I don't have any other type of stimulation other than interacting with customers and, like, doing my job, obviously. But other than that, like, I'm just sitting there thinking. I'm sitting there staring at a wall. And so when I'm doing those things, like, that is when all of the ideas just come and hit me. That's when most of the ideas are like, okay, like, maybe I could do this. And like, you know, being bored ultimately inspires ideas 100%, and you guys should try it. Being bored inspires ideas. I know I hate being bored, and it's gross and it's disgusting, and my brain hates it, but that's where I get the most ideas, is just by being bored. Allow yourself to be bored. It's okay to be bored. Eventually your brain will start thinking of something and you won't be bored anymore. So you'll be busy creating that idea or doing something along the lines. This is just so beautiful. This is like a freaking jungle out here, dude. Ugh, this is nice. I honestly feel a little bit ridiculous with this scarf tucked in my hoodie like this, but the pattern does not match with my... Oh, there's a person running. It doesn't match with my flannel. Anyway. If you stay quiet enough, the birds will come closer to you. I should probably start walking back. I got my nice boots all dirty. Man, and my pants. Okay, maybe we walk back on the trails. It's like really muddy out here. I'm thinking that the trails are my best bet. So I just gotta find one here. And I see people walking, so there's gotta be one close nearby. Yeah. Lily pads. It's so windy and cold, especially in the shade. I'm not liking it. It's not very fun. It's 32 degrees this morning. It's about 49 right now with wind chill. Feels like 38. Alright, somehow I feel as though I need to learn this camera again because I feel like this camera is just really fighting me today. Could be the cold weather, could not be, I don't really know. But yeah, it's freaking freezing outside. I only lasted about an hour out here because again, I don't have like a proper coat or like much of any kind of gloves, really. So, but I'm about to watch this YouTube video in my car real quick just because I don't feel like going home just yet. You know how you get that feeling? You're just like, I just want to stay out just a little bit more. It's exactly what it is.
In Miami, Florida's morning routine. I needed to watch that. I needed to watch